What's going on, everyone? Tanner Poppitt here of Madrost and Poppitt's Corner. Just reminding you that our new record, Charring the Rotting Earth, is now available at NoLifeTomatoRecords.com. That's right. Just go in the search bar, type in NoLifeTomatoRecords.com, and support. Again, NoLifeTomatoRecords.com. Now, let's check out the episode you came to see. All right, what is going on, guys? Hey, welcome to another episode of Poppitt's Corner.
What's up?
And I got the guest that came the furthest away to be on my show, right? Isn't that right? Wink, wink. I got the guys in Inanimate Existence. Say what's up, man.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, it was good.
What's up? Should we just say all of our names like one guy?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, you could say it. You could say it all at once.
Guitar. We got Alan Burton.
Yeah.
That'll do.
So, how's the tour been, man?
It's been good. Yeah, we're just getting back now. We just got back to California this morning. We went all the way up through Canada and everything, and
Been gone for like 41 days.
Yeah, is it 41 days now?
42. It started on May 10th.
Yeah, May 10th.
I'm not sure
so.
how many days that makes.
Fuck, dude.
I don't know.
That's
It's
that's
a lot,
cool.
though.
Probably like 43. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be back.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Now, who does how do you split the driving situation?
Ron's been doing most of the driving.
Yeah, it wasn't always like that, but this tour we drove in the day mostly, and Ron did, I'd say, 95% of the driving, maybe.
It's been
Okay.
pretty nice.
If it's a night drive, I'll do the all nighters, but we only had like 2 of those. We were fortunate. There was like a couple long drives in Canada, but mostly Ron does the driving.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, can you go through more tolls?
Yeah.
No, just
There was
just
actually not that many tolls.
Just busting your balls, dude. Just busting your balls. Yeah. So the basis of the show, I usually go through the guest's entire like musical career, but there's fucking 4 of you here, so I'll try and cover as much bases as I can. But please help me fill in the stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of simple. We all went to like high school though, so
Yeah.
kind of like all started at the same time.
Well,
except for this
yeah.
guy.
So give me some backstory. So how did it? Well, I mean, yeah, I can't ask you how you guys when you guys picked up your instruments because there's fucking 4 of you. So rather than just do that, how did the band actually form?
Well, me and him were in a band called Flesh Consumed, and pretty much like it kind of just like fell apart at a certain point. Like, so we all quit, and then we decided we wanted to keep doing something, but we wanted it to be like not like a gory kind of bass thing. It was more supposed to be something that we could get behind, like the lyrical concepts and stuff. So me and him started that with Nick Wilbrand and Taylor Holt from that band, and then they left. And shortly after, we got Mitch Yozel and Ian Riffmaster, and and that's how it started. Yeah.
Did he teach you
So
how to
Mitch's
riff
last
master?
name Yosley.
Yeah. I mean, he was good. What's that?
Yosley.
Yosley.
Yeah.
No one
Doesn't
knows how
matter.
to say his name.
So in high school, so what? Give me some age
Well,
groups,
no,
like 15, 16?
That was when we were like
Me and
20, I
him,
think.
Like met in middle school,
Yeah.
like 8th grade. Middle school, 8th grade, and then we actually went to school with his brother, which is in the same grade.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, so we kind of knew his brother more than him because he was like 2 years older than us.
You guys got to talk about vaginal discharge.
Bro,
Well,
we don't talk about
that was
anymore.
that was like
We don't talk about that.
That was our high school band.
that was our high school band.
Back
well,
when,
that was like honestly mainly just Cameron like recording in his.
Whoa.
I mean, none of the recordings had like real.
Are you saying I wasn't in the band?
None of the recordings had like real drums, though. Like
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind
Just
of that kind of recording.
Well, yeah, we didn't
it's
really
like,
know
I
how
just
to
played
record
live,
shit yet.
Basically, yeah.
He was just a live member.
You weren't given any classes on vaginal discharge, right?
No.
No.
No, okay.
I just looked it all up on the internet. That's the worst thing about it is like if you search for us on the internet, you'd get all the wrong things.
It's not a very buzzworthy name.
Yeah.
Not searchable.
Don't type it into Google, whatever you do.
So how did how did you form into Inanimate after that?
Well, so
As
that's
far as the name change and all that.
well,
stuff
that's what I
goes.
was saying. That was after Flesh Consumed. So that was much later. Like we're in Flesh Consumed and we were like 20,
Okay.
and then so like shortly after that, and then so what was it? 2012. We pretty much started doing it. Or that's when Liberation came out, right? 2012.
Yes.
So yeah, it was
yes.
like a couple months before that, basically.
You wrote a couple songs, or you wrote like he wrote a song for like the Flesh Consumed album. That was,
Oh yeah. Iguanid Labyrinth off our first CD was actually supposed to be for the new Flesh Consumed that was supposed to come out after the last one.
Now, talk to me about the Liberation Through Hearing record, the process of how you guys recorded it and wrote the actual record.
It was pretty convoluted. Like we all kind of like did little pieces of it, and then we recorded some of the guitar with Zach, right? And then some of it at like Ian's. Did we do any of the guitar with Zach?
We did a little bit.
Just like the acoustic stuff. And then we recorded the DI, like some of it on my computer, some of it at Ian's house. So
now, so let's go back a little bit. How did you actually get into recording for your how did you actually get the knowledge to do DIs and stuff like that? Yeah.
Well, I've been recording for a long ass time. My brother was into like rap stuff, so he was doing like recording in his room, and then I just kind of watched him do it for a little while, and had access to all of his mics and stuff. So I just started recording my own thing and started doing cover songs and stuff like that.
In your teens or something?
Yeah. Before I was like still in high school.
Okay.
I was doing like Cannibal Corpse covers and just like basic stuff, and then slowly started to write for the other project we were doing, and then started recording that, and just a lot of practice.
But half of the album though is instrumentals, and then half of it is with vocals, and you were doing the vocals as well. So why the need for those instrumentals? Because it's literally like the first half is just awesome, and then the second half is kind of just...
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of almost like two whole entire different things, like two whole separate like ideas. But yeah, that kind of came later on. Like we had the whole CD written, and then I just came up with the idea that we should do the 7 instrumentals, and it was supposed to be like symbolic for like some spiritual shit with like chakras. Like
okay.
Each 7 song like represents a different thing, like a different energy and mood. So it was just some crazy idea we had. We kind of ran with because we wanted to establish like a new sound, I guess.
And now you originally the vocalist for that specific record. Mm-hmm. Why Shark Bite for literally your whole career?
That's pretty much all we've ever gone to. So just Zach is just so good, and he's in the right place, and it just works out for us. And since we worked with him for so long, we kind of like know how he works, and he knows how we work. So
and you just send him tracks for back and forth, and then Ron goes in with what, just recording the drums there?
Yeah, just record the drums to this.
And you just reamp everything.
Yeah, we just reamp everything, and then we'll go in and just hang out while he does the reamping and just kind of oversee things. But we pretty much just trust him to do whatever because he's fucking smart. That's
kind of smart that you guys do that. You don't have to waste money and time. It's all pretty much done for you.
It saves a lot, yeah.
Now let's go to the Never Ending Cycle of Atonement record, if we may. Mm-hmm. 2014, pretty much the same process as Liberation or whatever.
Yeah, I think we're starting to get a little better at it though. We kind of like.
It's a little different. We had like lineup change. We had
It
was just Joel and then Cameron. Me.
I switched the guitar at that point. Yeah.
We were gonna have Max Zigman from Son of Aurelius do bass. That ended up falling through, and then we just had Cameron and Joel do bass.
We just recorded our own songs.
Yeah, and then we had Riley McShane do vocals. Who's like in a Legion right now. Continuum.
That's fucking I mean, he was a great fucking vocalist on that record too, dude.
We actually had him come in like last minute. Cameron already like wrote everything, like the lyrics and stuff. We just kind of showed
all the vocal patterns,
all the patterns and everything, and he just basically just said for like the voice stuff.
I just kind of stood there and oversaw everything, made sure he did it to the
best of his abilities, and then the female vocal aspect came into that record too, on the Ruin of Destruction, and it was a single. They made a video for it. So who is the lady that's actually singing?
That's Caitlin. She's another person that we went to high school with.
Middle school.
Okay.
Both, yeah. I guess.
I think she went to Westmont, right?
Yeah, for a little bit, but I mean, we met her in middle school.
Yeah,
like 5th, 6th grade, probably.
And what about her vocals?
We just knew she could kind of sing.
Okay.
We didn't even know like what we wanted.
Because she's perfect for it, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We just kind of hit her up because we knew she was in a band, and we just needed someone that could do like a. We weren't like trying to find someone like specific. We just wanted someone that could sing, basically, and it kind of worked out.
It did because her pitch actually matches the flutes that are playing underneath it. Yeah. And you guys have a lot of layers, dude. A lot. Right. So the bass gets buried a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but that's just the way. That's just the way it goes.
These parts, it actually really comes out. But yeah, for like the distorted, like all that stuff, it's just like It makes it fuller though. I really notice when like we don't have
I
bass.
think on the new album too, the bass is a little more prominent than before, and I think, fair disclosure, that's sort of my muting technique getting better. Also, I mean, when you mix bass, it's important that there's not a lot of transient noise, So I've just gotten better as a bass player, and when the tracks are better, it's easier to mix in. So the newest album, if you listen, the bass is a little more prominent, I think.
And you came in during the Never Ending Cycle.
Sort of. So I
Record.
joined the band like 3 days before that album came out, and I like basically joined to shoot the music video for that because Riley was in the band, and then so I came on scene to shoot the music video. I knew Joel. Me and Joel were in a band called Desecrion together when we were in our early 20s, or I guess my early 20s. He was like 19, and so after Max ended up not being in the band, he's like gave me a call, was like, "Hey, you want to be in the band?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm a college man. I'm like trying to finish that." He's like, "You could probably talk to your professors about tours and stuff." I was like, "All right, yeah, I'll give it a shot." So I joined the band, and then we shot the Rune of Destruction music video. But like honestly, I didn't know the song yet. If you look, there's not any shots of me playing in that video because I didn't know the song yet. It was just like for the music video.
Everyone's gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You could if you a little
If you look
Easter egg there.
closely.
Scott's not playing the track in the video.
He looks very unsure of himself if you look closely. He's like,
He's
"What?"
looking a little dark there. Not enough light on
So
him.
it was perfect because I played pick like plectrum style for metal back then. I was playing finger style at home, but like these guys recorded it with pick, so it was good for when we toured that because I was on tour with them with Cannabis Corpse that year, and it worked out good. But yeah, ended up switching to finger style.
Okay. And why? When did you actually start playing the bass?
Like 8th grade. I used to skateboard back then, like pretty much everybody else. I'm like 31, so I was really into skating at the time. Listening to like punk music and then like Metallica, Megadeth kind of deal, and I got like a Squier P bass kind of deal. Started playing bass like a little on the side from skating, and then by the time I was like in high school, I'd like made a band and did all that stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But obviously you didn't actually record on the record, but your picture is featured on a Never Ending Cycle.
Is it? It's not in the CD, right?
Probably in the-
It's in the vinyl.
Yeah.
It's
It's on the vinyl.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because that was printed after I joined, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we printed
yeah.
that like a year after that album was made.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
It
Okay.
was like
I
when
didn't know that
vinyl
shit.
kind of was like starting to come
Just
back.
becoming like
Yeah, so not
like-
every release on Unique Leader had like a vinyl. It was like you're only really like the bigger, I guess, like ones,
And how did you guys get hooked up with Unique Leader?
I was in another band, Brain Drill, and then he booked a tour, or like I don't know, I hit him up. Well, Flesh Consume was on Unique Leader too. I just was in a bunch of bands that he kind of knew about already.
So
And I
you
kinda
knew
just
that
sent
you
him-
had quality stuff. That
Yeah,
you
I
just-
sent him the demos. I sent him 2 songs that Cameron wrote. It was like Discarnate and Iguanid
Iguanid,
Labyrinth, and then he said they were sick, and then just signed us. So
That's
yeah,
fucking.
it wasn't really
Just
like
like
too
that?
hard.
And the how long was the deal for? If you don't mind
it
me
was just
asking?
3 albums.
Okay.
Like no time
No-
limit.
no timeline or
Yeah,
something?
Yeah, changes
Time
whenever we
constraints.
did the albums, basically.
That's fucking cool. And
Yeah.
you had total creative freedom with it.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you real quick on like your styles. Lots of cleans, lots of like different variety, dynamic. That's what appealed you guys to me was that dynamic aspect, and I want to know where that came from.
I guess the idea from that came from like just listening to death metal for so long, you start to it starts to like wear on you. Just like if there's just constant blast beats forever, and like a lot of people just do like a lot of the similar stuff like all throughout their whole entire CD. So yeah, it was something me and Joel kind of came up with to try to break it up a lot. Just like give the ear a break, and then we always said it like makes the heavy parts heavier, and it makes the clean parts prettier. Like if there's that contrast, so you know like how far it can go in each direction, kind of thing.
And now, how do you? So when you write a clean part, obviously, are you just doing a just the acoustic part first, and then just layering on top of it, just like with the
Yeah, I do different shit all the time. It all depends. Like sometimes sometimes I do write a whole entire song of just like synth layer of just like big chords and stuff, and I'll go in and like add like riffs behind it, and then
based off the root notes that you pick
Yeah,
for
exactly,
the
yeah.
chords. Okay, that's interesting. It's an
and then
interesting way of writing.
sometimes I do it the other way around, and I do like sometimes I write clean for the whole entire song, and just do like in Moonlight I'm Reborn, I did the whole entire song I wrote clean, just like all those little eerie chords behind, and then I just went and added like the the death metal layer over the top of it.
And Cam's like always writing music, not just death metal. Like sometimes when he writes a song, he doesn't know he's writing it for the band yet.
That's
you know
true
what I mean?
too. Yeah, I've totally written full-on acoustic songs that I was like, this could be death metal if I switch this to distortion and then move this here and so on and so forth.
And somebody in the band likes it, so like, we're going to use that. And you're like, oh, fuck, okay. You just throw it on there. That way you have extra material.
I mean, also bands we listen to do like, we're kind of doing that already.
Yeah.
Like Spawn of Possession was doing the clean thing.
Like a lot of bands we were listening to, like
we definitely
doing that
into
stuff. Like you're listening to like a lot of Blotted Science.
Yeah, Blotted Science is a pretty big influence on my.
Before we started the band.
Yeah, more so during Neverending Cycle of Atonement. Like Out of Body Experience has a lot of.
Oh, it's a great song, dude.
Yeah, it has a lot of Blotted Science style stuff.
Fucking 10-minute epic, dude.
Yeah. We need to do another one of those.
You need to, yes. Why? Yes, you need to. That would be awesome. And so, okay, so talk to me about Calling from a Dream real quick, if you don't mind me asking. Because A Never Ending Cycle was such a huge record for you guys. I mean, it was a record that at least that came on my radar for you. You had the music video with it, and things started to happen. And then the singer, you go through a couple of singers, and lots of female vocals on this particular album, and I'm trying to figure out how that came to be.
It was just like the idea of like bringing in the clean vocal thing because we liked it on the Neverending Cycle of Atonement, so we were like just experimenting with it, trying to see like how it could work out. Yeah, and then I had my ex-girlfriend do the vocals on it, and
Do you regret it?
It's a little weird now, yeah. It caused a lot of problems, so don't shit where you eat.
No, you never want to shit where you eat.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the album a lot. I think it's interesting. I mean, Adriana's voice is, I hope she's not watching, a little shrill for my taste, but like it turned out pretty good. Like the album sounds cool.
It does.
It's just way different from our style, and I think that disappointed a lot of people who were looking for an Inanimate record. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like Joel wrote most of that album. It was like 7 songs was Joel, and then 2 of the songs. And I don't really know how that came about. It just kind of happened that way.
He just was writing so fast.
He was just writing a lot of shit, and then I don't know, we wanted to have more clean vocals, and then I wanted to have like Caitlin do them, but we ended up just having someone else do that.
How come? How come?
Because Cameron was going out with the chick at the time. Pretty much.
And she was like,
and they were working on the songs together. It wasn't like an overnight thing. Like they were working on the tracks.
Yeah, we spent some time on it.
And I think it
seemed like the thing to do.
I'm not trying to guess too much, but like Joel was writing all the tracks hella fast, and it seemed like we were going to finish the album. And I think that was part of a way you could like creatively express yourself on the album also, don't you think?
Yeah. I think Joel was mainly going for like when he was writing the songs, he was going for like more of a less technical thing because we did like a lot of touring on Atonement, and those songs like weren't necessarily easy, I guess.
No, they're not.
Especially for guitar and shit.
They're not, no.
I mean, like the drums are mainly just like, just blasting fucking 240 the whole time, so it's not that challenging, I guess, for drums, but the guitar, it's like
when you're Ron Casey, it's not that challenging.
No, it's like challenging, but like
the translation live too. I think
translation live,
it's like unless you're playing in a small room with like no reverb, you're playing all those notes hella fast after each other. Like people who've never heard you can't even tell what's going on. Like
it's just going over people's heads.
Yeah,
I think he mainly wanted to like have something where like first listen you're gonna like be like you're gonna be able to understand it sort of thing, not like it's over your head the first time you listen to it.
But you guys already did that with A Never Ending.
You think it was more like
that was more straightforward, because you had song structure.
We didn't know that. Obviously,
I think we were trying to write a more catchy album, like reverse from what you're saying, basically. It's like when we did it too. I think we were just experimenting with a lot of things at once. We were also writing the album more collaboratively than previously or after that. Like after that, pretty much Cam just writes the songs on guitar, and then me and Ron come in and put bass and drums over them. During that album, we were like meeting up at Ron's house to like work on tracks together and discuss our ideas and stuff. I think it was maybe too many cooks in the kitchen kind of deal. And also we're just like trying a lot of new things. Like there's like power metal parts on the album. Like if you listen, like it's definitely not a straight tech death album. Like, and like especially you mix all the like style changes with the clean vocals. I think for a lot of people, it's like I said, just wasn't what they expected. It was not what they wanted, basically.
Do you think if you had Caitlyn on the album instead, though? Because I think that would have been like the solidifying, because her voice totally fits the style.
It would have
of
been
music you guys
some.
are going
It would have
for,
been
dude.
probably
continuity,
like,
right?
I don't think anybody would have liked it anymore, really. I mean, they probably
Yeah.
would have liked, maybe some people would have liked it maybe a little bit more, maybe like a little less. I don't think it would have mattered
That
too
would
much.
have been me.
I think it was like a combination of the songwriting and the lyrics. Not the
Okay.
lyrics, it's like the female vocals. You know what I mean?
A lot
It's
of
like,
people are super jaded
if
over
we s-
female vocals too.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, if we started out the band like that, I mean, I think it would have probably went over. It's like if you fucking change any ingredient, it's like
I don't know. I
like-
think when you added the female vocals to a Never Ending, it just gave that album so much more
Yeah.
fucking power to it.
Yeah,
so.
I think people liked it more sparingly.
yeah.
I mean, some people that's their favorite album. Some people it's not. It's
A
like,
lot of
Maybe
people,
in like
yeah.
10 years we can redo it.
I think
Remaster.
I don't-
Redo the album.
I don't think any of us regret that album because
No.
there's people that like love it, and then there's some people that don't. I think that's sick. You know what I
I
mean?
might
At
have to
least
go
people
back
have an
and
opinion
listen
on it.
to it,
You know,
though.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret that album at all, and that was like a super fun time when we
Yeah.
like came out with it. We went and toured on it. It was like a rough tour because so many of us packed in the van, but like,
Yeah.
I don't regret any of that. And like Taylor was in the band at the time. It was good times.
we
We were just surprised by the negative backlash.
Yeah,
like
we were
people
more
hated it, man.
surprised,
Yeah.
There's
yeah,
so
if
much
anything.
negative
Yeah.
backlash.
Yeah.
We thought people would have liked it because,
Yeah.
we wrote. I mean, honestly, like, fucking, we took a lot of the things that we thought people liked. They were like, "Oh, this is sick. You guys should just do this all the time," or like do all this stuff. It's like we listened to people too much, I think, and like we kind of
There wasn't enough Inanimate. There was more of the fans aspect in it.
yeah. It's like we listened to like what like the fans wanted. It seemed like they wanted like a lot more of the less death metal shit, but
Maybe that
not
was just
really.
our misconception.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like who knows?
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
I
what
mean,
it seemed like. So we kind of went towards that.
So you didn't write for yourselves. Okay,
mean,
now
we-
it's like
maybe.
a
I
little
see.
bit-
I think it's
did.
more the other thing. I think
We
it's more the
did, but it was
experimentation.
like,
Yeah, it's a combination of things. I'm sure.
combination of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've noticed not a lot of the songs are played live though, off that record.
Yeah, we don't really play anything off our first 3 albums necessarily anymore.
It's just not really
because,
designed for what we do now, because now I do the vocals and guitar, and like
That's bullshit, dude. I was watching you do the Never Ending Cycle while doing vocals and
I
playing
hope there's
guitar.
no video of that. Cause,
Well, it was out of necessity too, because Taylor had to go home mid-tour. He chipped his whole front right tooth, like
Yeah.
it came off. Eating a pepperoni of all things. Like it's not even a fake story. Like legit, he was
Can't
eating
make
a
this
slice
shit
of
up.
pizza. Yeah.
You didn't give him a skateboard and he just fell on his ass.
I don't know. I didn't actually see him chip his tooth, but he was like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. He was like missing a tooth, and so I remember on that tour, the tour with Cannabis Corpse, we were touring for Atonement, and we had to have like a band meeting about whether we were going to finish the tour, and like we ended up doing it.
yeah, it was like a show must go on kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and then so
yeah.
Cam like kind of, he wrote all the lyrics, but he started doing the vocals right away. We played, I think, Minnesota.
I think me and Ron had practiced it a few times too before that tour, just like fucking around, and so we were just like, oh well, let's just fucking slop it up and
I like it better like that.
See how it
anyway.
goes.
It's more fun than having a singer. I think it's just
Yeah.
everyone on stage is doing something always.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the less people doing more thing for sure.
And sleeping in the van is way better.
yeah.
So let's go to so the reception from Calling from a Dream was not to where your expectation was, right? But less than a year later, pretty much, Underneath the Melting Sky came out, and that
Yeah.
record is fucking fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I like that one.
Thank you.
So what was the writing process like for that, as compared to the Calling from a Dream record?
So that one was, I felt like it came out so fast because I kind of like felt like I had to establish myself as like the main writer kind of thing, because back on the last CD, Joel wrote like that whole one, and then he left the band, and then so I was like, oh shit, this is my chance to fucking
Chance to shine, man.
yeah, to go hard. So I was like, so I just fucking
He was
whipped it
writing
up.
a song a week,
Yeah, I really did do that.
literally a song a week. So like
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, I wrote this one. Oh, I wrote this one.
Yeah.
And then
I like had all these like formulas for
we
writing
recorded
songs.
it pretty quick too, because you were doing it at home,
Mhm.
and then I came over and I tracked bass in like 3 or 4 days, I think,
Yeah,
something like that.
It happened so quick that there's some things on there when I look back at it, I wish I had done it like a little bit better, but
Yeah,
it
like
came out pretty
I
solid.
recorded with dead strings. I was trying that out for like a more vintage tone. Not
Yeah.
a good idea.
it still sounds good though.
It's all right. Yeah.
I just like how audible the bass is on it. It's not like that standard bass tone. It's like
Yeah.
more of the Jaco kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
More
I would
jazzy.
do it again
Yeah.
different.
And
But that's how it goes.
And to his craziness of his writing style, how do you complement it with the bass? Like, what do you do underneath it to shine too? 'Cause
basically, I think of it like this. It's like there's two things I think of. One is like, is a riff so complex already that if I play something different than what Cam already wrote is just going to make it convoluted. And if that's the case, I just play the exact same thing, root notes, right? And that's usually the case for the more techie riffs, the octave hops and stuff. And even sometimes if he's doing like a lot of octave hops and stuff, I'll just simplify it a little. More like the creative stuff comes from me doing like clean sections and parts that are more like simple on guitar. Then that's when I feel like, okay, I can complement what's going on here by writing an interesting bass line. And that's where I do more. Basically, yeah. I mean, to that effect.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
man. So then, what you call it? What was the reaction like to Underneath the Melting Sky?
Much better, I think. I mean, a lot of it too is I think like relief, like reactions. Right? Fans are like, "Oh, thank goodness they're not playing that bullshit with the clean singing anymore." You know.
But you guys also transitioned into the Artisan era label after.
Yeah,
for
so
that record, right? So
when we were on Unique, it wasn't terrible or anything, but we just had a hard time communicating with Eric all the time.
He was busy with a lot of bands
he
for
just,
sure.
Like,
He
wouldn't
spread
get back to
thin.
us very quickly. So, and then we knew Malcolm already. It wasn't like we were looking for a label and then we found Malcolm after that. Like we'd spent Thanksgiving at his house.
That was before we signed with him.
Yeah. So
yeah, shout out to Kayla. She cooked us a Thanksgiving dinner.
yeah,
one time.
2014. That was cool.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
That was 5 years ago already.
Yeah, crazy.
Fucking
Time's
man,
flying,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, for real. For
Crazy.
real.
And in that meantime, I mean, you were doing it as a 3-piece still for what, 3 albums, pretty much.
Well,
been doing it.
for Underneath and then,
At least 2 records,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
but now you got homie over here, Alan. How you?
Alan
doing,
Burton on guitar.
man?
Alan on the
Say
mic.
what's up, dude?
What's up?
Now it's your time to talk, but you got to. Yeah. So how did you come into the fold here?
Pretty much, I just known them for a while. I played with them a couple times with my band Symbolic, and then we did a tour with Alter Beast because I play in that band too. And yeah, I've
Just
known
ended
them
up
for a
working
while.
out. But you guys are all Bay Area boys, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm from Stockton right now, and then
me and Ron live in Manteca, which is
Yeah.
like pretty damn close.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah, I live in San Jose. Like we said earlier, we all went to high school together in Campbell. It's like a small suburb outside of San Jose.
okay. Now, when you initially got the touring gig, I don't know where it's going to lead after this, but the touring gig right now, where did you start? Did they give you a list of songs that they were just going to do on the road and you had to learn them?
yeah, pretty much. They just sent me tabs and everything.
Okay. It's a good thing Cameron tabs everything,
It's
dude.
the way to do it, man. It's the future.
It is. It's always been the future, dude.
Now we
It's
don't
been
even
the
need to
future
hang
for
out
like
and
fucking
shit.
10 years.
Yeah, Guitar Pro shout out.
Yeah. Huge shout out. But it's also meant for like all interpretations of instruments, like MIDI stuff. You can
Yeah.
bounce MIDI tracks, to any kind of instrument.
Yeah.
I just wish it focused more on transcription than like trying to like make it sound real. On a tangent, I just hate how Guitar Pro is like so like RSC using all the like memory to like make a real guitar sound.
GP6. I heard GP7 is a little different, a little better.
My boy
7's
Jesse
great.
has it.
I
It's
just got
not-
it. It's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, it's
7.5 now, right?
I've never used it, but
yes. There's like 7.5. Yeah.
I'm on that GP5 life. I mean, I don't even care about the French air. The French air. It's like
air.
Sacre bleu, must close program.
Dude, Guitar Pro 5 is still the best one though.
It is, yeah. It just sounds the best.
It's just the most useful.
And
It's user-friendly.
and
User-friendly,
streamlined.
yeah.
I feel like there's too many bells and whistles on the other ones.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Yeah, you don't need all that shit.
I like 4 better than 5, but 5 has the like thing where you can select multiple notes at once. You couldn't do that on 4.
Oh, it's true. It's true. So initially, after you got the list of songs, how did you guys actually rehearse for a tour?
Just a little bit before the tour, because I did like a tour with Alter Beast and then Odious Construct before that. So we had like a month in between before this tour, and then we just got together and started rehearsing. It was pretty much just us 3, and then Scott came like right before tour, and we all just got together.
Fuck yeah, dude! I like this. Now, is this the future right here that I'm looking at, or what? Maybe.
knows?
For
Who
the
knows?
next tour, yes.
Who
Okay,
knows?
yeah. For the next tour, that's good.
Things are looking good.
Just playing by ear.
That's good.
We
Well,
get
at
along.
least you got the next tour under your belt now.
Yeah.
So-
His band's gonna be opening it too. So
Oh, fuck yeah! So you're double dutying it,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, my band Symbolic too. I'll just be doing double duty on the tour pretty much. So.
And you've been with them a while.
Yeah, that's the band I like write music for. We put out an EP. It was like
2011.
Yeah, it was like 7 years ago now. And then I think
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Time flies. Yeah.
And then we got a new album coming out soon. We just recorded with Zach Oren too. So
Everybody's using him. He's like the
up.
go-to guy for
He's
the
the
Bay
guy.
Area, dude.
Yep.
He's the boy too. He's right down the street too. I mean, going to Oakland's only like 45 minutes.
It's fucking awesome, man.
It was pretty much just that archaic Alter Beast tour we did with him.
Uh-huh.
That's how we basically just figured it'd be a good idea to do. Since we
Just
already toured with
easier
him.
to do
Yeah,
it.
once you spend a month with someone, you got a good idea of like they're gonna blow up and kill you or something.
Yeah. Right.
Well, hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully that does not happen.
Seems chill.
Hasn't so far. So.
And what I guess why just from you were telling me about the Artisan era, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why you guys signed with him? Was it because of you just had a connection with just the guy and knew what he could
and
do?
and he gave us a good deal on everything. It was just like a one record deal, and it just it worked out, and we just trusted him. And
Very artist friendly, like yeah.
Malcolm, I think maybe like mentioned it one time. It's like if you were ever in need of a label to hit him up. That was just in the back of my mind. Like,
That's good.
after we like got off Unique Leader, I think we were gonna try and maybe like even release it ourselves. But then I was like, that's a little overwhelming for the size band we are, Since I
Right.
would have to send out like thousands of fucking packages.
Well, not even that.
Shit,
Not even that. Just like
printing everything and fucking the
well,
whole
going
back spec,
backwards is just you want to
Yeah.
be like so-called signed.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have that
It's a lot
reputation.
easier to like work with a label for sure. Like doing it on your own is like cool, but
Well, it's easier
it's cool
to
to
get
have like a
gigs
team.
that way
It's
too.
cool to have like a community and like a team to help and shit. So makes it a little easier.
That's fucking cool, man. And now, obviously, are you doing? You're just repeating the same one album deal every single time for the Artisan era?
for this for Artisan Era, it's just a one album deal each time.
That's fucking
Yeah.
cool, dude.
And then we actually get to like keep our rights to our music, whereas like Unique Leader, basically like we could probably like negotiate to like maybe fucking get our albums back one day, but like
So
he
probably
basically
that
just owns
Calling
them.
from a Dream re-record's not coming out.
Yeah,
we don't own those songs.
it's not looking good.
yeah.
It's
So
not looking good.
Sorry, James and
we
Peterson.
kind of like it's called like gave him like not
The rights, they
not-
own the
we didn't-
right.
Yeah, they like well, no, Artisan Era has like not exclusive rights. It's like
It's a time period one, so we get 100% rights to the songs after like 5 or
7
7 years.
years.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
which is awesome.
Yeah. For us, I don't know if that's for everybody.
What anybody else does, but yeah.
It's a good deal, dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
great
yeah,
deal.
yeah. I mean, it's better than not being able to like own your music after fucking It's
Yeah.
like you write something,
pretty
and it's
weird
like
to
you don't
think,
get
yeah.
to like own it anymore. You know what I mean? You can't make your own
distribute
CDs.
it,
You can't
yeah.
like
You
give
can't.
it to anybody really necessarily.
You can hardly play it live because
Yeah, yeah.
you owe the label money now. 'Cause,
Right.
Yeah, now it's making sense. Okay, now I know why don't play a lot from the. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like not even that. It's just it's a combination. Of
I think another thing is that Joel wrote almost all of Calling from a Dream, and he's not in a band anymore. It's kind of weird to like play all his songs when he's not around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's still a lot of songs we could play with Cameron's, but like we just think the newer shit's fun.
We
to
like
play,
playing it way
you know
more.
what I mean?
Yeah, it feels better
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Plus, it seems like everybody else thinks that like,
True,
we're
it's just a
playing stuff,
retrospective
Yeah.
thing or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Right.
But so talk to me about Clockwork, guys. The new record just came out a
Yeah.
few months ago, dude. And it's fucking
it just
killer.
came out May 10th.
So we were lucky. It was our first day of tour. So our first show on this tour was in Sacramento.
First day of Sacramento.
Yep, May 10th
CD
was
release show?
yeah. So that was awesome, and like we tried to make that work out before, but it was always like actually like the last 2 tours. I think we were playing new songs for the album that was coming out after we got home.
Yeah.
So we'd be playing songs, and everyone would be
No
like,
one
"What?"
ever heard,
no one even knew the songs. Be like, "Oh yeah, these are all brand new." So it was really cool to be able to like sell the CD while we were playing the new songs, and it worked. Like we sold out all our CDs
Yeah, we
this
just sold
tour
the last one
in New
day
Mexico.
before yesterday,
Yeah.
Wow. Well, those us poor saps in Orange County are not going to be able to get a CD then.
Yep, you got to torrent
But you
that.
got
shit.
Lots of vinyls, yeah.
Yeah.
But and yeah, I mean, to elaborate, it's been super fun playing these tracks live, like even more so than the other ones. I think when we went more straightforward on the last album, wouldn't you say, like Underneath the Melting Sky, like trying to get, the songs in such a way where they're more back to our roots.
I think we made it maybe a little too easy.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely trying to dial it back because that was the first time I knew I was going to be doing vocals and guitars. So like I definitely made the riffs a little bit more manageable. And then on Clockwork, I totally tried to like push it to the limit a little bit.
We just wanted to
That's
make
'cause you're
something
more
up to
comfortable
par, right?
doing vocals and singing.
Yeah, I've definitely
Even though
gotten a
you
lot
did it on
better
the
at
first
it.
record.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again, Ron?
Say we also want to just make something up to par to a never ending cycle of atonement because
Yeah,
at
that
that
too.
point that seemed like everybody's favorite album, you know. And now it seems
that's
like
the
it's
bar,
Clockwork,
dude.
you know.
Yeah, Clockwork's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
very
speak-
thankful to have a copy of it. So thank you guys again for
Yeah,
that.
good
I
shit.
appreciate it. Now, where can people find any of your records, dude?
What do you mean?
Where can people find the?
The mom and pop shops, pretty much. Like,
So it's
you know.
distributed throughout the world.
Yeah, I mean, like this new CD. I mean, Underneath the Melting Sky, Artist and Era didn't have a distribution deal, so that one might not be able to be in stores. I mean, unless they back stock or whatever. But the new one's pretty much available. It should be available like pretty much anywhere.
That's fucking cool, man.
I saw it in Japan. One of our
Oh,
friends
yeah.
bought it in Japan. He's like living
Couple
there right
days
now.
before, yeah.
Before it came out.
Before it came out, like
So,
10
yeah.
days before.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Was there a bonus track on it? Because I know for
No.
Japan you have to have a bonus track.
It
Oh
was
no,
weird.
Is that a thing?
that is
Yeah.
a
A
thing.
lot of people do
A
that,
lot
yeah.
of
Well,
a lot
that's-
of Japan will not take a record pretty
wasn't
much
a-
unless you don't have a bonus track. I've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. We do
No,
like
we didn't do like a
do a
Japanese
sick
version.
cover or something. We got to do that next time.
Yeah, they just imported it and fucking. And then the other 3 CDs, same thing. You could like get it like Rasputin or Streetlight or something like that. Those are like the local record
Local
stores.
record shops for San
Yeah,
Jose
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
then-
like Amoeba or whatever.
And if out
Something
here,
like
you
that.
can obviously go on. Do you have Bandcamp? I'm
Yeah,
assuming. And,
Bandcamp, Inanimate Existence, whatever. It's pretty easy to find. Just type in our name.
and you guys definitely have a lot of vinyls.
Yeah,
Lots of vinyls. So.
yeah. Artist and Era just like 3 each time. I don't know why.
How sick is that though, dude?
It's sick. I mean, I think they just know that like there's a huge fucking collector
Demand.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of collectors of vinyl. So anytime we make one, it's like I think we made 3 variants for the pre-orders. One was 200, one was, and then the other 2 were 100. So it was like 400 total. And then we did the
No black though, dude. There's
No
you
black.
never have black vinyl.
Yeah.
I've noticed. Is there a reason? Just
I
that's
think-
the
We've
label.
kind of always been into big, colorful things.
yeah.
Kind of
I
been
think
part of our style.
Malcolm just like I think it's a more of a marketing strategy. I think more people will buy the colorful shit. It seems like the collectors seem like they like a. You know, it's like
It's definitely true with like shirts too. Like we got lots of color on our shirts, and the more colorful a shirt is, the faster it sells out. It's just a known thing, I think.
Now, who does your art for like the albums and your shirts?
He's a guy named Perrin Kashmoni or Kashmoni, however you say his name. He's from Singapore.
Singapore,
Yeah.
Justin did our recent album covers underneath and
Yeah.
Clockwork.
Justin Abraham.
Justin
and
Abraham, yeah.
Mark Erskine.
He's
Is that how you
from.
say it?
I'm not sure exactly what state he's from.
I think North or South Carolina.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Man, I
don't
feel
really like-
bad.
well, I don't Facebook stalk him. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I don't really know. I think he
I
came
know
out-
we hung out with him in
Yeah,
North Carolina
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
So I think that's where he's
South
from.
Carolina, I think.
Was it?
Ground Zero, I think. He's
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
yeah.
Ground Zero,
So
yeah, we
I
saw him.
think I
around
can't
that
remember.
area, the southish. Yeah. But
Shouts out to Justin.
yeah.
Sorry,
I was
dude.
like the first guy we
Love
worked
you,
with
dude.
that was actually from the States for artwork. Like everybody else is usually from like you know.
Other countries.
So
Yeah,
like yeah,
yeah.
Perrin did "Calling from a Dream," the chick with the butterflies. That was Perrin.
Right.
And then Justin's done the last 2 albums. He did "Underneath the Melting Sky" and then "Clockwork."
We worked with Mark Cooper too. That was so we did work with someone else in the States, but those are mainly just for like a couple shirt designs we like printed in black and white. So
Yeah, because I really like your last 2 records as far as the artwork goes, and
Yeah.
obviously the music too. But for specifically for the art, yeah, lots of colors. And what is the concept behind the Clockwork record? I know. Do you like Stargate? Is that what that came from?
No, that just kind of came out in the art. We just kind of told him to do something cool with like a portal that had to do with time, and then we had to like a lot of the songs are all like geographically based. Like there's desert and ocean and stuff. So you see, there's obviously a desert and ocean in the thing, and yeah, we just kind of like gave him a bunch of ideas from the music and.
And
told
they're
him to
all
run with it.
one-word song titles too.
Yeah.
That's a change for you guys.
Yeah. So that was like me trying to be more vague, I guess, and poetic. Like before, I'd have like a pretty like specific sentence as the song title, and even with the lyrics, it'd be a lot more specific.
Very advanced lexicon.
Yeah, like totally like explaining like a specific area or a place and specific like people and stuff. So this one's more loose and more about like what the person's feeling, I guess.
Interpretable.
Yeah.
Now,
More open to interpretation, yes.
I was going to say for your live aspect, it's kind of probably harder to say a sentence as opposed to just one word. This song's
Yeah.
called, and then you say a fucking sentence. It's like
Yeah, people remember that more easily, yeah, for sure.
so. Let's talk about your live show, if you don't mind. Your live rigs.
Yeah.
You guys have an interesting live rig to me. because you don't really use heads.
Well, we use one head. We use one axe effects, and then I did this like weird setting where you run it in stereo, so we have like the two inputs going in. They come out one output with the left and right, and we just pan it and then shoot his over to his cab.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah. So I have a thing on top of my thing, and then his just doesn't have anything on it.
I just have a cab pretty much on my side.
Cab and a guitar. That's all you. That's all you need. But it must be nice to like save some room in the back as well.
So they got less stuff to worry about. Yeah, and then so we run the automation on the laptop, so it switches both of our patch changes at the same time. So it's pretty convenient.
So you just literally hit like the space bar or enter bar, and it just plays the song.
Exactly, the whole entire set. It just plays the whole set.
Oh fuck! So as long as he's on, you guys are on.
We just play to him. Yeah, as long as he counts in right. Then
it's fucking cool, dude.
Then we're square.
But how do you do that and still have like a leeway? So if something fucks up, or you're
don't fuck up. There's no room to fuck up.
Your guitar string breaks. You need to fucking fix it. You can't fix it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, we'll stop and do it again. I guess.
You just gotta stop the set anyways. That's what I'd do without.
I mean, basically, we just stop the fucking computer and just like
oops,
move it back to the first the song we're playing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like yeah, we could stop it whenever we want. It's not like we have to like keep fucking if we miss like.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to start over. Yeah,
we wouldn't have to start over.
You just have to go to the spot, but then it's awkward because I'm sitting there on the computer trying to like figure some shit out.
Trying to figure out where you.
There was actually we usually don't have problems with the stuff there, but there's one time we played in Buffalo.
Okay.
Where we didn't really know about using a solid state drive instead of a regular disk drive, and the disk drive kept failing because of the vibration of all the amps and stuff, and we could not get the samples to work, so we ended up playing the set without the samples and the backing guitar, because at the time we were doing the 3-piece thing, and the other guitar was coming out of the other amp.
And we couldn't switch our guitar settings, so we played all the cleans.
It was rough, yeah, but
it was
honestly,
bad.
and like we were troubleshooting for probably 20 minutes. It was really awkward. I was like telling stories and playing bass licks. Like it was really rough. And then we ended up playing the set Raw Dog. It was cool anyway, but
we got some good praise still somehow.
And then once we replaced the drive, like we haven't really had any serious issues. Like it's usually fine.
Yeah, that was a huge thing to figure out.
Usually a lot of trial and error before you get everything figured out.
Right. I was just always wondering if that ever had happened. And apparently it has. So.
Yeah,
one time.
Yeah, give me a good tour story, man. Give me some meat. Seriously, dude.
Should I go with the Batman Strange? Always.
Oh yeah.
Or do you want to know like a recent one?
A better one.
What do you want to know? Something recent?
Yeah,
I got bit by a stripper the other day. You want to see the bruise?
Yeah, show me. Where did you get bit? I don't know if I want to see where you got bit. Oh fuck, dude! Even in the red light,
it was worse the other day too. It's actually healed a lot. There's not much of a story behind that. The bitch was just crazy. That's all it is.
Ron's like, I don't know about that one, dude.
No, she was crazy.
She definitely was crazy.
I'm just trying to think of a story that's like
No,
a little bit
where did
more
that
to tell. That was in Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah, we went to the strip club and that I don't know. She was drunk or on drugs or something, but she bit the shit out of me.
Fuck, and you're never going back to that?
No, I'll be back. I'll be back.
So, tell me about the Batman? Did you say?
Batman.
I'll tell it short because it's a hell of a long story. Yeah, I'll tell a shorter version. But basically, we're playing like a pretty shot show in the middle of Missouri, I think it was.
Springfield,
Springfield, Missouri. And me and Cam got very trashed on like a bottle of Jim Beam before. And then so our stage show was super goofy, like because there was no one there, like literally zero, at least we thought. We were like doing Malmsteen kicks and stuff and like clean vocals.
Yeah, we were doing clean vocals.
Out
for
of
the
the corner,
song.
these 4 kids, not kid. If we say kids, they're like 19, probably, maybe 19, 20. Were like all on drugs, and they were loving the show. They were like all on ecstasy.
And
they were
Jinkos and stuff.
Yeah, and they were wearing Jinkos. They're like juggalos.
Obvious juggalos.
Yeah, and they like bought us shots, and they were eating up the show. They ended up buying a whole bunch of merch, and they invited us back to their place to party. And then, like, long story short, we were hanging out with them. Then this guy was like, had Joker and Batman paraphernalia everywhere. He's like, yeah, my name's Batman Strange. Like, and we were asking him his real name. He wouldn't tell us. And then right around 4 o'clock, their drugs wore off, and they're like,
he was like a drug dealer.
Yeah,
like
totally.
straight
He was like offering me ecstasy and
he
shit.
had
I'm like
all this weed and
I gotta
all these drugs, man. It was like it was kind of sketchy.
Yeah. So anyway, around 4 o'clock, I think his boy Steve, as an emissary for Batman Strange himself, kind of goes, so, what are you guys doing tonight? And we're like, we kind of thought we were crashing here, bro. It's like 4 a.m. And he's like, there's some cheap hotels in town. So we ended up just packing up and leaving. But it was just a super funny night. It's like we were really bummed out that it was like such a shot show, and it ended up being kind of fun.
At least you got a story out of it, though.
Yeah, totally.
So,
I fucking hate
That
that.
happened to them like the other day too.
well, tell me about it, man.
That's a lame story.
That's a pretty lame
There's
story.
no story. They went over to someone's house and it wasn't fun. They had to go home.
Oh.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
call your mommy. It's all good. So, hey, talk to me about the future of Inanimate, man. You guys are playing tonight at the Carmen Bar in right here in Orange County,
Yeah.
California, and then you guys go home.
Well, we got one more show tomorrow
And
in
then-
San Jose, which will be home, and then we're going home.
We're
tomorrow
doing a
night.
tour in November, fall tour.
Mhm.
Hasn't been announced yet, but we're gonna do a tour and
Well,
gonna
very
hit up-
exclusive right here on
we're
Poppitt's
gonna hit up
Corner,
all the
so
spots
appreciate it.
that fucking we didn't do this tour basically.
Okay.
Like East Coast and
But we already mentioned it, so we could say that it's
Yeah.
likely going to be inanimate and symbolic, and then we'll see what else.
yeah,
Cool.
and then a band in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'll be fun. Another 40-day or fucking 60-day tour, whatever it is
Yeah.
you guys want to
Right.
do. Now, and then after that, any new plans for a new record or
Probably just gradually right.
music?
Yeah,
music-
we're kind of taking it slow because we kind of did the last two really fast right after each other, and I want to take some time to like learn some stuff on guitar to like implement into my new writing because it's a lot easier for me to write if I'm like excited about some new technique or something. Or
We all want to do
Oh.
something different. Not different, but like we all want to like get better at our instruments.
we don't
before
want to
we
write the
record
same album again.
Yeah.
Well, talk to me about what's been the most fun, I guess, music video for you guys. 'Cause you've done a couple.
The last one probably.
The desert.
Yeah. That
Just
one's
because
chill.
like we're like we didn't have anything like ready to go for any of our like singles
Okay.
except for like a lyric video. We're like me and Cameron were like at our house and we're just like maybe we should like try and shoot a music video. He just got a camera and we're like we could go in the garage and like hang up some black sheets or something.
Yeah, it's pretty
Fucking,
pretty cheaply made, but
Yeah.
it came out good, I guess.
But we recorded ourselves, so that was pretty fun.
That's
We
kind of cool,
edited it
dude.
and like we filmed it and everything.
How about
so-
the unreleased Pulse of the Mountains art video?
That was lame.
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about
What about the unreleased video?
That's a short story too. We just
It's
basically did
unreleased.
some shoots in like up in like Redding or what's east of Sacramento.
Auburn.
We were gonna
Auburn,
do
yeah.
a music video for one of the songs on Calling, but like we ended up like
Not
like
doing
three
it,
people
yeah.
left the band
Oh,
before
right.
we
So,
even like released it. So we were like, fuck it, scrap it.
you know, you do like a deluxe version for that record or something, or
Yeah.
whatever the label
Well, if anything,
decides.
like if we were gonna ever play songs off those albums, it'd probably be like a 10-year anniversary like album
It would have to be very
Are you
special.
guys
album
are-
tour thing.
you guys are interested in doing like
Like an album tour
anniversary
If
tours
if
or
there's any
something.
demand for it,
If there's
sure.
any demand,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, it might be cool to play something after 10 years after we wrote it too. And
just
not-
to go back to nostalgia
yeah.
purposes.
exactly.
That's fucking.
And then
cool.
people will actually know like what songs they're playing. So it's like you either show up. I mean, they'll it's like they'll know what to expect. You know what I mean?
Right, then it'll be more fun. It'll be more
Yeah.
intimate and more fun
Yeah,
for
exactly.
everyone because they know.
They'll be like, okay, they're obviously playing these fucking songs. So I'm
Now,
stoked
would you
I'm
do
gonna
it in
go,
order?
Or I'm not gonna go because
Would you do it in order,
yeah,
or
just
would
play
you do?
the.
We actually did that on the Calling from a Dream tour when it came out. We had Adriana with us. We-
Yeah, we played like most
at
of the
least for
album.
the first half. I think we figured out that it was kind of too long of a set, but
Yeah.
we were playing the album front to back live. We
Not
did that
the
a few
last
times.
song though. We didn't
No,
play,
we did.
we played Burial. Oh, we did do that.
Yeah.
huh?
We did the whole
did,
album,
yeah.
at least up and until like Vancouver or yeah, I think we stopped in Vancouver.
We didn't do my songs though. We didn't do.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did Beneath the Mist, but we didn't do.
Yeah, we did.
We did all of my songs.
Yes, both of your songs. We did Dreaming of New Beginnings too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We
guess
played
we did,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, remember? Oh yeah. Anyway.
And obviously that did not last very long, and
Well, so it's just that it was too long. The set and like people were losing interest. I think it's just doesn't have the continuity for a live set. Not every song on the album is good for a live situation.
Yeah, you can't play more than a half an hour if you're like not fucking Metallica, basically. Yeah. or like a really big band, you know.
well, but
It's
you
like if
guys
there's
do
a-
have a lot of dynamics in your music, so it
Yeah.
makes sense to play a longer set.
I suppose so. We really feel just vibe wise that half an hour is kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
vibe
mean-
goes down.
Honestly, yeah, people's attention spans. It's just like if you play more than a half hour, people like no matter who you are, they kind of start to trickle out and go to the bar or something like that. You know,
It's true.
I mean, there's still going to be like the people that just stand there for the whole time, but it's like I do that shit too. It's like if I see like
I mean, even like really great bands. Like I remember, I don't know, it was like 7 or 8 years ago. I went and saw Nile in Orangevale or Orange, however you say it, in Sacramento, and they played a double set. It was like 2 hours.
Wow.
And it was super awesome. But by the second hour, I wasn't into it anymore. you
yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a lot of.
Yeah, it's a long
That's
set.
a long set.
Well, I think
Nile
they're
is-
They
but
double
Nile doesn't
headline.
have like a lot of dynamics in there.
Yeah.
No, that's true too. That's true.
Pounding death metal for 2 hours. Like that would get a little
Little much.
yeah, a little much, dude. Any plans on like touring Europe?
We would love to. Yeah, I think Liam has been looking into that for us. Yeah, he mentioned it, but nothing solid planned yet. But yeah, that's still totally a goal of mine for sure.
And you've never done it before?
I've never done it. No, I've only done the. We've never been to Mexico either. But yeah, just Canada.
How the fuck is that? How the fuck haven't you been to Mexico yet?
I've been there, but we never played there.
But played there.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I
We
don't know.
haven't
I've never booked
found
it.
the right promoters yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if any promoters are watching this, fucking hit them up, dude. I mean, they're a great band. You guys fucking kill it.
I speak a little Spanish too, so it'd be a lot of fun, man.
A white guy speaking Spanish. I like
It's
it.
true.
Okay.
Lay some on us.
¿Qué quieres a mí? See, I don't even have it right now. I'm on the spot. ¿Qué te voy a decir a ti?
Well, fuck
What
yeah,
should
well,
I say?
See.
See, yeah. See, way.
Well, I want to thank
Okay.
you guys again for coming on the show. I really appreciate giving me a couple minutes of your guys' time and stopping by.
Yeah, no worries.
Totally, this was fun. That
The
flew by,
studio.
man.
Fuck yeah, and good luck tonight at the show. I'm looking forward to it. So
Cool.
it'll be fun, and yeah, make sure to go check out Inanimate Existence. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Yeah, tell us real quick, any links that you guys have, any shout outs. Now's the time to do it, guys.
Shit.
Everything's just on the internet.
Yeah, just check us out on YouTube and
Instagram,
Facebook.
all
and
social media handles.
Leave
There you
us
go.
positive comments.
Inanimate Existence.
Leave positive comments on all of our music videos and
And they'll do more, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
see ya.